Hello, 1 second. Hi. I don't know if any of you have heard of poke bowls, but when I was walking through like the I can't even meals that I do, I was thinking, what if I could a little and not just like I can't even for anything? And so I started Pinteresting some stuff and poke bowls came up, and I actually asked 2 people today whether it's poke or pokey, and I was told pokey by both people. So if I'm wrong, please tell me, because I don't want to be an idiot. I really don't, but I think they're called poke bowls, and so that's what I'm going to make today. So I went to the fresh market and I got some ingredients. The recipe that I looked up, I'll put into the feed, but it was for salmon, but I'm going to make spicy ahi tuna poke bowls. And the way that I'm going to do that is first, here, I'm going to do this, which, I mean, hello, right? Every time. You'd think this is my 3rd time doing this, that I could figure this out and have it already, but I don't. So let's just say, so I went to a fresh market and they already have ahi tuna, or for sashimi, like really a good quality ahi tuna. They were out of the on sale wild caught salmon, which looked really delicious, but the guy said that he was out of it, so he couldn't, I couldn't get it. So I thought, well, what else can I do? And so I'm going to do ahi tuna, where if you have made ahi tuna before, or if you've cut ahi tuna before and I am butchering it, my apologies. This is not supposed to be like, hey, I know how to cook. This is supposed to be like, hey, this is a real girl. This is what she does with food. So yeah, this is what I'm doing. So for the poke bowls, it's going to be salmon, some cabbage at the bottom, and then I'm going to make some pickled cucumbers, which I'll show you in just a second. But right now, it's essentially this ahi tuna. I'm going to dice it up into little sections. And if I was an actual cooking show, I would have been smart and had half of this done, but I am not. So I'm going to do it as I go along. Does anyone, hold on, let me see if I can see anyone actually responding. Oh man, hold on. Yep, my screen's dark. Can't see it. Oh well. So I'm going to cut some more of this up. I don't know, do you guys like sashimi? I didn't used to. I thought it was the grossest thing ever. I'm like, I'm not a grizzly bear. There's no reason for me to eat salmon raw. But over this last couple years, I've tried out a whole bunch of things and found that I actually really do like, I really do like it. So here is, that was easy, right? My ahi tuna. Now I'm going to make the thing that it's going to marinate it in the refrigerator. So I already put in a 1/4 cup of, I put gluten-free soy sauce, and I put in a tablespoon of sriracha, because I like the srirachas. And then I'm going to put in a teaspoon right here of sesame seed oil to help with some nutty flavor. Oh man, sesame seed oil does not come out easy. Hold on. All right, there's the sesame seed oil. Mix it up, and that's going to be my marinade. Again, I'll put this on the in the feed, and then I'm going to pour it over and kind of toss it around. Toss my ahi tuna. You can see that around. Yum, yum, yum. And I'm going to let that marinate in the refrigerator for as long as I need to. I don't know. Maybe it'll be 5 minutes after I'm done with this. Who knows? But that's what I am going to do. Let me see if I can see. I can't see anyone. Hi. Anybody? I can't see anybody. Sorry if you're saying things. Okay. So the next thing is I'm going to make the pickling thing. I've never pickled anything in my entire life. Have you pickled stuff? I Googled it, and this is what I found. So I'm putting a 1/4 cup of water, or 1/2 cup of water, and a 1/4 cup of apple cider vinegar. It said rice wine vinegar, but that had more carbs in it, so I don't know, maybe it's going to be disgusting, but that's what I'm putting into the pot. And then it said to add 1/4 or 3/4 cups of honey, and I'm not going to do that, so, because it's just too much sugar. So I also Google's amazing, substitutes for honey and sugar and stuff, and so Swerve or xylitol or stevia It's a good alternative, right? So they said though, you only need a little bit. So that's like a teaspoon of swerve that I'm gonna put in there with it. And then it said a teaspoon of red pepper chili flakes, and somehow I've lost all of the measuring spoons. So I'm gonna use this as a teaspoon, especially because I even forgot what I was saying. See, super messy, did not plan this. So now I'm gonna put this on high. And so for the pickling liquid, it's just supposed to get to a boil. Unfortunately, I have this stove that gets pretty hot pretty quickly, so hopefully that'll happen pretty fast. And then I'm going to show you one other thing. So for a dipping sauce, a lot of times they'll use a really heavy mayo. I don't know if you've ever seen that. Did you see that? Really? Gross. All right. I am a hot mess, but whatever. This is a non-dairy coconut yogurt. So I saw it's unsweetened. It only has 70 calories for the whole thing. Can you see that? And also like no sugar. Every other thing has sugar in it. It's really gross. So I'm going to add a couple tablespoons of this into a little dish. And then I'm going to add some sriracha. I don't know if you've met me, like things super, super hot. So I'm gonna add some sriracha in there. And now I've got something similar to a spicy mayo to dip my stuff in, which is super exciting. Also, so that everything has rice, right? So with the poke bowls, typically you layer, at least this is my research of 30 minutes, right? So you have either like brown rice, white rice, or some sort of rice, and that's my roommate. She's gonna freak out because I'm on Facebook Live. Hi, I'm on Facebook Live cooking. Yeah, you want to say hi to Rue? You want to say hi to Rue? Nope, she doesn't. She says hi. Hold on, you can't see it. Just say hi. Hold on, say hi. Hold it right there. You can't see your face though. There it is. Yes. Besties. She's amazing. So making the pickling liquid. So the way that you do it is you have a layer at the bottom. So that could either be salad, it could be seaweed salad, it could be rice, it could be cauliflower rice. I might add some additional cauliflower rice, but today I actually, I'm single, right? Like, so having a whole head of cabbage is like a little excessive. So, and I also want a couple other greens. So instead I bought a bag that already had a bunch of different greens in it to give some color, some texture, some crunchiness. So this one has broccoli stalks, beet greens, kale, chard, and red cabbage. I mean, right? That sounds amazing. I'm being sarcastic. I know it doesn't sound amazing. But when you pair it with some ahi tuna and some really great flavors and a little bit of sauce and a little bit of pickling liquid and some vinegar and vinegar cucumbery things, I bet it's delicious. And if it's not, I'll let you know. I'll be super honest about it. So I boasted about my stove, but it's not working really fast, unfortunately. So now we've got, again, you've got the ahi tuna with the soy sauce, the sesame seed oil, the sriracha, some pepper flakes, a little bit of salt, and that's marinating. And then I cut up some cucumbers already that once this thing boils, once it boils, I'll pull it off the stove, I'll put the cucumbers in that, and then let it sit for 10 minutes, and then I could put it in the refrigerator if I wanted to wait for later. Like you could do this in the morning if you wanted to wait. And then what I'll do, once everything has settled and had some really great flavor on it, I'll layer the bowl with some of this at the bottom, and then I'll throw that on top, and I'll sprinkle it with some sesame seeds, and then I'll have this for dipping, and also add the cucumbers and some scallions. So I will post an after picture. I would love to hear what you thought. I'm not going to eat anything because obviously, again, I'm not a cooking show, didn't think this all the way through, so all you get to see is the before, and then I'll post pictures of the after. But I would love if you have ideas, again, so I don't have to Pinterest everything, although it is fun. I do like Pinteresting. It's a nice little, I don't know if you, like, I have a hard time, like, relaxing sometimes, and that was a nice little relaxing thing that I did. So anyway, I would still love to have your ideas or what you think about this. Have you tried a poke bowl before? Do you do it with any other kind of fish? Do you have any ideas? That would be great. Well, fortunately for you, look at this before I go. You can see that's bubbling. So now I'm going to take, just realized this is not super smart if I'm just going to plop this into boiling whatever this is. So I'm going to give it a second. Maybe employ some sort of like, I don't know, into the, yeah, I'm not smart. I'm not. Not the super smartest kid in the class, but whatever. You don't have to be, right? Everybody has a gift. All right, so I'm gonna turn that off. Again, I'll post the afters. Hope you like it, hope it's really helpful, and we'll see. We'll see if it's good. All right, bye.